group ride, it's one at a time that you should be doing it in a staggered position. Let me explain that. So let's say the lead here, which is on the left of the lane, which now that's your target vehicle, that's the one that's actually slow, so you want to pass it. So what will end up is this rider will look, make sure that traffic is clear from the oncoming traffic, decides to pass. Nobody here follows. Like what I've been seeing again, it's these riders here that they all like, okay, me too, I'm gonna go. So everybody goes at the same time. Right? Again, your vision, what you can actually see is very limited. And again, you can't control the speed that you're going at because it's the first riders that will control the speed. So make sure you go one at a time. And so this one went through. So this guy will engage because it's safe to do so. This guy doesn't move right away over here. You want to keep that space clear in case he misjudges or something happened or a cyclist came up or a car came up and he needs to retake his position in the same spot here. So this guy goes, he's actually past that car, is making his way to rejoin here in his original position. This guy will move over to the left because it's a staggered safe position. There should be 2 seconds about if it on each rider. So this guy is safe to do so. And again, he will check, see if it's safe. It starts to go. These riders don't move up. You want to keep that space clear in case that rider needs to come back to safety here. So he will pass, makes it safe, goes back to his original position, staggered right here, right? They keep moving. These guys will all move forward and restart the process. So again, this guy comes here, starts moving, it's safe to do so, takes back his position. Boom, repeat, this guy passed, and that's it. That's all there is to do. But do it one at a time. You don't need to be in a rush. You don't need to be 4, 5, whatever, 2, 3 riders in that lane. Because again, you're limited with the speed that the first riders will go to get you out of trouble. And you have a limited view also of what's in front and what's the obstacle. So make sure you do that safely. Same would apply, let's say you're doubling up, so side by side, the two sign, right? We say, so staggered is like this, fist. Reverse staggered is a twist of the wrist. Everybody will move to their position at the same time. So, and then I do a reverse stagger again. Everybody will move back at the same time. So that's if the lead wants to be on the right for whatever reason, or somebody, let's say here, that wants to peel off on the other side. So let's say this guy wants to peel off on the other side, on the left. They will do the signal of the left stagger, make sure that it gets to the front, and then the lead will call it, and then everybody will move at the same time. And now this guy can actually peel off to the left, and then people just rejoin, right? And just move forward and to retake the position of the staggered position. And then the lead will probably want to be back there again. So you'll call it reverse staggered, and then everybody will move at the same time. And then you have your reverse staggered again. So that's a little bit on passing. So again, let me be clear. It's one at a time when it's safe to do so. So in your, sorry, I started that wrong. In your regular staggered position, this guy goes, make sure it's clear. This guy doesn't go there yet because he wants to keep the space open. If he needs to come back, passes, shifts, everybody stays the same. This first guy passed clearly. Now you look, it's a, that could be done quickly, right? I'm not doing it super fast here, but that can be done pretty quickly at the speed you're going. This guy sees it's clear, it starts moving. These guys see that it's good to go. They move up and then they restart the process. So this guy just joined up, same thing, clear, goes, move up, and then as you're doing it, right? So make sure you do it one at a time in a staggered formation, and that you take your position as you're doing it. Boom, left, wait, boom, creep forward, repeat the process, boom, sit, creep forward, repeat the process. So that's how you pass in a group, right? That you should be passing. Other example is on the highway, depending on the lead and the tail gunner in the sweep. that could be done in a nice way also. So let's say you're all going the same direction because you're on a highway. The lead could call the last person, the tail gunner, the sweep, whatever you want to call it at the end, to block it. So there's no vehicle that comes here. And then all of you can actually proceed and move and to pass that car at the same time. So he would call it and everybody signals, and then we'll say move, and then everybody can move at the same time because it's a highway going in the same direction. You guys can all move together because the last person, your last rider, actually blocked, and then the lead said, okay, everybody left, and then everybody switched to the left. But that's not the same thing when I explain passing on oncoming traffic. It's one at a time and when it's safe to do so. And that was that's my sharing of what I've learned through courses and experience with other kind of groups and again seminars that I've taken. So make sure that's done in a properly fashioned way when you're passing. I guess the way I had it here, I can actually maybe emphasize too on hills in a group riding. So if you're traveling on a hill, you can't really see what's on the other side, let's say here, and often there's like cyclists, parked cars with open doors. Make sure that this rider is aware and actually like the whole group is slowing down on the hill, especially for the first guys, because if this guy is on the hugging the right lane and there's a cyclist here, there's not a lot of time to maneuver around, or a parked car or a door being open. So make sure you slow down in the group.